Yeah, I asked how you are. Am I like
Oh, you
God
were
here or
ever
something?
always great. It's...
Am I like God tier or something?
Please don't make that dependent on the opinion of others.
Because, like, okay, so get this. I mean, I first knew about Yo-Yo when he posted a few of his Morrison formation drawings on Twitter. And I did some critiques of them, like, because he specifically did pterosaurs, and one of them, which he did, was based off of a David Peters skeletal, so I kind of told him, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it's actually kind of nice, and he also featured me in a tweet, so that's kind of nice. Where he was just like, thanks to like nearly every one of his inspirations. Surprised that like he's probably one of the only few people on here who doesn't have a DeviantArt.
Oh yeah, that's true. According to Acrew, it's better. But we will see, because we just started, and usually the streams are always the best at the start. So, for example, now it says me again that video quality is low. Hi Juan, welcome back again. Please guys, let me know how the quality of the stream is now.
Check back. Alright. Oh, yay! Your mouse is moving.
What?
It's like seeing a duckling hatch out of an egg. It's a miracle of miracles for today. Moved. Yeah, everything's good.
Attila, what have you done? What have you changed? Suddenly it's working. Was it your Hungarian presence in the chat suddenly? Okay. If it actually works now, we can try it. Yeah, guys, let me know what you would like to see.
Well, I just put out Shamosukas because freaking little animal to me.
I'm not actually familiar with Shamosukas, so let me Google it.
It's actually very well preserved. I mean, it's the only remains we have of it is a skull. Here's the thing. It kind of looks like a Ripasuchus. It was first found Roy Chapman Andrews' expeditions to the Gobi, which is pretty neat. At that time, there were a lot of lizards discovered in that area, as well as a few theropod dinosaurs and like two ornithischians.
Yeah, there's an abundance of small lizards from that region. That's true. The skull looks kind of like a small cannon.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the defining thing about it.
Yeah.
About some of these guys.
Wait, I'm looking at the right thing. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Well, there's two skulls.
Should be.
The less crushed one, that's the referred specimen. But if it's the more
yeah, I'm looking at the better preserved one. And Attila, we don't do Belzebuthus. This is a pure Croc stream.
So what is going to be the line you draw between what is a croc and what's not a croc? Is it going to be like anything that is Pseudoseuchia, or is it going to be...
I want to restrict it to Crocodilomorpha.
That's good. Good that you filtered it.
Yeah. Also
Suka's
because,
tat.
as I said, these will maybe end up in a magazine.
This might be wonderful.
Yeah. We will see.
Well, Yo-Yo wants his Eutrotoranosuchus. Also a crocodilomorph that I only recently discovered, which is actually kind of nice.
Also something I don't know. Ah yeah, and Simosuchus is also, I think, a must-have for the stream.
I don't know, because I do have a bunch of your stream screen caps as a screensaver on my bigger laptop. This is a smaller one. It's actually kind of nice. Wait, Cryptops is invalid? Tadpoles. Sounds pretty... I mean, that suggestion sounds actually kind of nice. Oh, Attila, it's actually not just you, it's kind of messing up on my end too. Oh, Lord. It's buffering again. No, it seems to be buffering here and every now and then, which is a... that's...
Oh.
Okay, so what are we drawing right now?
Shamosuchus. A portrait.
Let me pull up, yeah, a portrait for a cute little desert crocodile, because that's literally what Shamosuchus means.
Let's see, there is no preserved snout tip, but I guess it was rather
That or
short snouted. Yeah.
Or maybe it was something like maybe the snout was actually like that, but I can't really say for sure. The snout, the front end of the snout was actually like that in the real animal, but I really can't say for sure.
It seems very likely also when you look at the lower jaw, how that narrows down.
I mean, I only learned about this animal because I was looking at the paleobiological database on animals that lived in Banzak, where Velociraptor was originally discovered. This little thing lived there. I mean, that was kind of intriguing for me. Still learning quite a lot about paleontology. Like, things like understanding when certain animals lived is a bit of a difficult thing for me in some points.
Well, it's a question just to know where to look for it, no? And as soon as you figure that out, I think it begins to flow.
Such a cute little head. Thing would have been like long from what I can tell. Also several other types of crocodilomorphs that lived alongside Udanoceratops, Lucas, and there was this other one. I remember actually in one stream when you illustrated the Udanoceratops, I actually said, when you draw Asiatasuchus, it's something like Araripasuchus.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You thought I was talking about Araripasuchus. Yeah. I should draw it out. out something. Wouldn't be an animal. No, to own this thing as a pet wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Have a bowl full of wriggling lizards for it. Give it a little place to stay. Weird crocodilomorphs, especially around the end of the Cretaceous, but you figure out Mosuchus. Use the IgM specimen instead of the holotype.
I think I will give my hardware soon a larger update, getting a fresh computer and maybe not just a laptop.
Maybe get two PCs, two desktop PCs, and just have them side by side.
That would be ideal, but also very expensive.
That's what all the cool kids are doing these days.
I know, it's...
The teacher has like two PCs side by side.
But at the end of the day, I'm still mostly a traditional artist, so I don't really need this fancy stuff. And so I see no reason to spend thousands of euros on it. I think in the near future I will check the best devices that would come in handy in my case.
Like a phone and a PC, and that's just about it. To say for the very least, but it is somewhat efficient.
Alien, what happened? What was the scariest experience in your life?
Well, he's gone now, so can't really say anything.
No, he said bye to DT.
He left. On out. Due for post-crania. Not really sure if there are any with any sort of post-crania, if it's just... I know paralligator is just known from skulls, so I might have to just do a portrait of this thing. What's it like doing scientific illustrations for animals? Because I mean, you've done a couple of Sauropterygians and a few dinosaurs here and there. Venator.
Nice. It's always a challenge, because when you are the first one who illustrates such an animal, it's you basically start with zero references. You know, you have only the fossils.
Definitely true.
Yeah, but at least for me it works. And since it's a nice experience to have a back and forth with the scientists, to make some sketches and then send them over and hey, is this correct, and what do you think about this composition, and
yeah, I hope to sort of experience someday, like illustrating animals for scientific publications or just for news outlets. There are some scientific illustrations that I do have to say don't look the best. Animals when they're released.
yeah, there are quite a few.
Zhao Chuang's Zhen Yuanlong is a good example. Velizar Simonovsky's Sai Hong is another one. Just didn't really look natural. It was almost entirely photoshopped, so it didn't look all that good.
Well, no, it's no matter of the medium. Actually, it's a matter of how much effort you put in, and how skilled you are with the medium, of course. When you look at some of Julius Cittoni's early Photoshop work, you can actually tell all the different photos he used very well apart, and over time he came to a point where looks very, very similar to actual painting.
I also like a lot of his watercolors, especially the ones he did for this one book of dinosaurs that Dougal Dixon made, which I actually remember getting 6 years old. I still have it now, but it was really a like I didn't know who Julius was at the time. It was also probably my first exposure to Andrea Tuchen's art and also Barrett's art, which is also pretty nice stuff. Really nice watercolors. I mean, you can still find a lot of Andrea Tuchen's old watercolors here and there on the internet. I actually remember, like, when I was 5 years old, over at my grandparents' house, I was just looking around on the internet for anything on dinosaurs, and one of the sites I came upon was one of Julius Chutney's old website, which had a lot of his old watercolors, like his Drameciamimus, his Dimorphodon, his Resting Oviraptor. Just a lot of the art was on there.
I actually don't know much of Julius' very, very early work, because when I first came in contact with his stuff, it was years later.
Well, I mean, if you look at the first volume of dinosaur art, you'll find a lot of his there.
Ah, okay, that's okay, yeah.
And Drameciamimus are there. We actually have some Julius Chutney art on display over at the Los Angeles County Museum of Natural History. specifically his Mamenchisaurus and Edmontosaurus, and also a group of emus, which are next to a skeleton of a mute swan and also an ostrich and a Struthiomimus.
Juan, that's a nice idea. And shame on you, Zomba. What are you doing with your life?
Say for yourself. The way Milo, that is, there are voices in the background. There's family over, but none of them really care.
Okay.
I mean, I might be leaving in some time because I'm probably not going to be here for long either. But finished Shamwasukis' portrait, but I'm probably going to do a bunch of other animals from the locality of Bainzak because I mean, if I just have a portrait of Shamwasukis, it's going to be a bit boring. I'm going to have the head of Velociraptor, Oviraptor, Talamosaurus, Mimiasaurus, Ploides, Protoceratops, Pinacosaurus. Also, the thing about the original fossils of Protoceratops and Pinacosaurus is both of them are really bad.
Yeah,
Ceratops didn't even have the frill preserved, so it was assumed to have.
You see that still in when you look at very old reconstructions of
when I looked at the
Oviraptor
paper
before they had better material. The animal with his longer skull and that little nose horn. Yeah, it's very bad. I used that material for my reconstruction during the stream. I think that was stream 5 or 6. And it's really hard to work with because Oviraptorosaur skulls tend to be so fragile and full of little fenestrals and stuff.
Yeah, in fact, one of the original names for Oviraptor was Fenestrosaurus, but that was a nomen nudum, so that wasn't used. More accurate, Fenestrosaurus. And, I mean, you can actually find photos of the skull as it is, like, without any tricks around it, in which I'll actually pull up an image because I have a flash drive with a few images of fossils and all that, and a bunch of references, so let me put in the voices of voice chat thing. It'll come out soon. It just needs to load up because I just put in the flash drive. What I was going to say was the original skull of Pinacosaurus in the paper it's described and doesn't even have a lateral view because the original skull was so poorly preserved. Like when you look at it, it's only the dorsal and ventral view because the rest of it is just crushed.
Yeah. Okay, Shamusukus. Done.
Alright, so let me... One. This is from the American Museum of Natural History collections. Oh, and I'm also going to put down the skull of Protoceratops. Yeah, the first one is from paper on Protoceratops, then it's Oviraptor. Way it is now.
Yeah.
Me when I look at original specimens, And I have to say, it kind of helps that I found out about Don Glut's Dinosaur Encyclopedia, not just the first one, which is like 1,000 pages long. There are 5 supplements, which were made all throughout the early 2000s. Like the latest is 2008. So there's a lot that even if they were to be made now, there would be a lot that he would have to put in. It's just kind of stopped.
An alien scientist. All these papers are usually online. Well, it's difficult often with historical papers, but also these can be obtained. You find a lot of papers when you look on Wikipedia on the articles and then scroll down, and there you find links to the literature. Oftentimes also free PDFs. And in case they are not free, there are ways around it. Or just ask the scientists online. Also helps. And then you can specifically search for stuff, for example, on Google Scholar. Just type in something you are interested about and you find the relevant literature about it. Yeah.
Milo, if you want, you can ask me.
It's also possible.
You can how to get this kind of stuff, because I'll give you many sources. A whole hard drive filled with scientific papers. I'm not going to give you it all because one, it's pretty immense. Crash as soon as I try sending it. But I'll give you some websites that have a few good scientific papers. The American Museum of Natural History has a digital library, so most of their papers are digitized. Most of the Smithsonian papers are digitized. As for most of the modern stuff, I'll show you a way around that. I don't want to promote what the process is because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I say, because there are ways around it, but nothing for the public.
Or, I mean, like, usually the best ones to try, if you want to be doing the plus one actually has them with no paywalls, and they're all free.
Yep.
You can totally
looking at like in general, looking at open access journals like PeerG, Plus One, Paleontologica, Electronica is also great. Can help immensely. Also, Nature has now an open access department. I think Nature Communications, where you can get the PDFs or yeah.
That usually helps.
Yep.
Daspletosaurus horneri is one of the paper for it is one of those that is open access. Then there are others that are pretty elusive to find. Like the paper for Teowasu is it's impossible to find on the internet. Yeah. Where they have hard copies of them. A few paleontologists. Tracy Ford has a couple of hard copies. He's usually helpful.
Yeah. Yo-yo. I treat Trout. Oh god, I hate this name. I looked it up and it's a little too regular for me in the moment. A little too normal, let's say it this way, because what we just did looks already rather modern. What I would like to do is some Teletosuchians, for example, some strange Notosuchians, or Sebekids, for example. These are always great.
Yeah, did make that one document. I kind of stopped on it because it was getting a little too complicated. go back to it at some point, but I don't know. Maybe maybe I will work on it again at some time. But I recommend using the paleobiological database. Some of the information on there is either incomplete or it's, but yeah, I'll send it to you, and I'm gonna leave for now. I don't know if I'm gonna come back, but maybe next stream, Friday. If there is a stream, I'll probably be there.
Most likely.
Yeah, well, soon, and ta-ta.
Oh, for some reason I have my stomach hurts a little. I don't know why. Maybe I ate too much pizza. Well, God. Technology. Atishan, welcome to the stream. Oh God. Ah, bye, a crew. Oh God, why? Why is it doing this? I mean, on my screen, I just erased the previous sketch. And I think on your screen it's still not moving, or is it? No, something changed. Yeah, please guys, let me know what to do next. Don't know how much delay there is. That's the problem. Lemmy-Sucus. Oh, you have certainly seen a reconstruction of that. Mark Witten did one for the press release. Yeah, I'm watching the stream on my phone and it's still not erasing it. Lemmy-Sucus could be interesting. Also because it's a Talatsukian and a new one. Let's see. And it's decently well preserved. And maybe Armadillo-Sucus is already done. Yes, Alessandro, that's true. Simply emailing the authors usually solves the problem because they want their research out there and they get no money from the journals when you buy their paper. So yeah. Oh, Dino, that's a great idea. The Magyarosuchus. That's a good idea. Let me check. What is known from this guy? It's quite a lot, but the skull material isn't that well preserved, which makes it hard to guess what the skull looked like. Yeah, let's do Magyarosuchus. There are some evidence in this fossil that this very basal meteorynchete had already a small fluke, very small one. So I try to include that here. Also because we just had yesterday Plesiosuchus, it seems like this animal had actually larger larger flippers, or larger front limbs. Let's say it this way. Which fits with this animal being a transitional form. The creation's worst nightmare. I hope you guys see something. Let's have a look at the stream. Well, at least it's erased now. But it seems to be more like a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, Notosuchus could be nice. Barusuchus as well. I think there is a massive delay between audio and video, and a massive desynchronization. Desynchronization. Sorry, words are hard. Because you already hear me, but it's just not on the screen yet. Oh god. Now it's painful. And the question now is if that looks bad. The question is if YouTube isn't just showing it, or if it's just delayed. So I'm watching the stream now as well, and I hope I will see if I will suddenly start to draw, or oh no. Yeah, now the tablet also becomes buggy again. I mean that that piece of paper was just white for quite some time. So. And I hope it's just delay. Just. Although that would be extremely... shit. Yes, I agree, Zomba. It's the best invisible crocodile I have ever seen as well. Ah. Oh, scheiße. Why? Yeah. The complete process is gone now. There's basically no point in streaming right now because OBS apparently doesn't translate the process, and that's the whole point. I mean, I could also just draw and send you guys screenshots every few minutes. Why? Or I just restart the stream every few minutes. Maybe I should try Twitch. Maybe it would be difficult, a difference there. I don't know. I mean, after this sketch, I could try this. We make a little. I rest. You guys rest shortly, and I try our Twitch if I can in that short period of time. Maybe it's YouTube and I mean, YouTube was never planned as a dedicated streaming platform, so and I think Twitch is quite nice with the ability to post, for example, links in chat and I don't know. Where there? Yeah, see, it jumped again now. Now you see me doing line work. Are there? Wait. Yeah, they are preserved osteoderms. However, I think they are rather small. Unfortunately, they aren't shown here in anatomical position. And I don't have time to read the paper. Maybe beats the crap out of YouTube. If YouTube would be a person, I think many people would have already punched YouTube in the face. Yes. Yeah, it's frozen, but it's there. Yes. It's not just one picture. Yeah, and I see how frequent your responses come in, so I guess that audio is much less delayed. Oh well, Alien, I think this is just your second stream, so it isn't the first. No, I haven't done Purosaurus yet. Should just take a break for. Hey, I take a break from streaming all week, so maybe I should use a week to figure out how to make stream quality better. I mean, sometimes I watch YouTubers complain, oh, it's just a PowerPoint presentation, and I think, oh well, that looks pretty fine to me. You actually see stuff moving. Look at my streams. That's truly a PowerPoint presentation. Let's have a look at the stream. How it's going there. Oh, a little bit more line work. Hey. Oh God. at least the drawing looks not that bad. So far. Maybe it would help if I would get an external graphics card. Maybe that would already be enough, but I don't know how expensive these are. Can somebody maybe on the stream look that up for me? If it's relatively cheap, I will just buy one tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. This is pretty bad. I mean, for a moment it worked, and then not. Oh, now you're seeing me drawing osteoderms. Oh, and suddenly it's I have everything is done. Yeah, a moment of silence for the stream. Maybe it's because I began to work on the paleo stream book. It was the moment the stream itself decided, oh, I'm obsolete now. I can also die. Croc noise? Crocs don't make much noise. And I'm not so good in imitating alligators during breeding. Yeah, not really. Yeah. Guys, on my side of the stream, I just started working on the color. So I hope you catch up soonish. Oh, good. Yeah. Seems like you haven't catched up yet. Spinal Productions, no. Metriorhynchus wouldn't have osteoderms, and I think you are seeing in the moons the osteoderms. Yeah. No, Alien, I'm not Schnappy. Stop it. How dare you? This is Magyara succus, one of the basal-most meteorhynchids. It had already little fluke, but also still osteoderms. Oh yeah, suddenly there's color now. Oh god. I mean, it's already a PowerPoint presentation, but it's still buffering. What crap is this? This will make me go crazy at some point, probably. Probably very, very soon. Also, this of course totally keeps me from sharing any work in progress stuff. Yo-Yo, for example, just posted a drawing of a crocodile eating a turtle on Discord, which I would like to share, but is difficult in the moment. At least the sketch is quite nice, I think. Yeah. Changed a little bit the perspective. Yeah, that's better. It's a little bit more color now on the stream, apparently. Yeah, it's green. No, Zomba, you aren't Cancer. Yeah, but it's very unfinished still, at least on your screen. On my screen, it's basically finished. I never saw Cancer typing, and you are obviously typing. I think that's enough proof, because Cancer usually isn't able to to such complex actions. Still no update on your side, but I'm actually finished now. Okay, let's save it. Sucus. So much sucus today. Do you need to put oil to the door? What door? There is no door. Oh, or do you mean Yo-Yo's comment? Yo-Yo, I just talked about your sketch. It's quite nice. Unfortunately, I can't show it because stream is PowerPoint presentation, and I will use this little rest in the meantime to look how to stream on Twitch. If that's a possibility for me. Because it will take a while for you guys anyways yes, the buffering is an asshole. If buffering would be a person, it would be dead by now. Clubbered to death by all the haters. The lag is strong in this one. Yes, it is. It is, and I don't know why. Ah. Twitch. Let's have a look at Twitch. And let's play a little bit of Fortnite, shall we? No, better not. DT, I agree. The YouTube smileys are a little bit creepy. They always look a little bit like they are melting. I'm thinking, since I can't even show stuff on Discord, maybe I should close Discord to increase performance. Let me know, guys. I know there are Yo-Yo and Zomber on in the voice chat, but I mean it's I think it's good enough, the audio quality on YouTube, isn't it? Let me know. I try to have a look on Twitch. You aren't abandoned, Zomba. It's just a suggestion from my side. Yo, don't use these creepy YouTube emojis. Also, since I think for now 1 or 2 months, internet has become even worse over here, and I don't know why. I have the suspicion that my grandpa, who manages our internet, changed something in the settings, and this makes it worse. Oh. I already have an account on Twitch, but I think I forgot the or have I? I think I forgot. No, is it really? Oh, it is the right. It is the right. Oh yeah, you see me working on the fluke right now. It was the right password apparently. Okay, how do I open here my own channel? How do I do that? No.
Entscheiden sich jetzt auch auf Toplane zu moven, was sie jetzt auch machen. Wir hatten jetzt aber auch
Why suddenly a stream just started right in front of me? I don't know why. Ah, now I can do something. Let's see.